Hi everyone, back again. I'm just going to do a few wee ATCs. These were ones that I have made the background myself. They are not perfect ATCs with measurements etc. I just chopped them down as near to 2.5 to 3.5 as I could. But you'll see there, they're not perfect. But I'm not overly fussed. These are some of the other backgrounds that I've done, and they were just using the liquid pearls and paint for them, and this was just variations of pink colours, and that's just what was left over. I just scooped onto that. So I say it's just good to have a wee play sometimes. What am I going to put on it? What do we want to put on it? What's I got on here? Yes, got to put that on it. Here's my glue. Glue. I'm just got to put Mod Podge into it. Don't need to put anything fancy because there's nothing going over it. Pull my water over it. And my stickles is just filled. And it's all okay. And I'm just going to bring in this for painting on it. Not being too fussy. I just went through, I had a lot of decoupage stuff still to be cut out and stuck together. So I couldn't sleep last night because my hips were really painful last night. So I got up, and while sitting watching Broadchurch, because I hadn't even watched that since it started back, I just sat and glued all my decoupage stuff together. Makes such a huge difference when it's all pre-done, because you're not at the last minute trying to rush and get things done. And I'm just going over this really quickly, just to seal it in. And it's only a really thin coat because I find glossy Mod Podge does leave a residue of stickiness on it. But I did mention the other day how to alleviate that problem. Either go over it with your anti-static bag that you use for your embossing stamping, or just a bit of baby talcum powder, and it takes away the stickiness of it. So that's just this patch now, and I don't want to put too much on it because it's the background that I find most interesting. I will put other things on it, but I don't want to overdo it. What have I got in here? That's not going to go. No. I don't want anything on it. I've got a wee bag of goodies sitting on my table that I just keep having a wee look at and seeing what works and what doesn't. In fact, I know exactly what I'm going to put on it. Can go and find the thing. There we go. There's two sides to this one. You've got the vivid. It's actually a metallic mirror card, and then on the other side it's just a muted pink. So I'm using the muted side, and I'm just bending it slightly, just so that there's some movement in it. I'll just show you what I'm doing. I'm just rocking the centre so I've got a wee base to glue down as well. And then what I'll do is just take one of my knives and just run that over there. Again, it's just to give the wings some shape and to give them a motion rather than just being flat. And to put it down, I am just going to use a wee bit of silicone glue. I use pin flare, but you can use whatever, and I'll just drop words. And I'll just tip you up so you can see what I'm doing here. And I don't put thousands of this on, because you don't need to. Just enough to give you a bit of height. You'll see it there, there's a bit of depth in it. And I'm going to place that, I'm going to turn it round to see where I'm putting it. I'm going to place that just here, so it's coming off the ATC, so it is bigger than the ATC, like that. But you'll see it's got dimension on it, there's movement in it, so it's not flat. And while I'm waiting for that to dry, that silicone drives me nuts sometimes, because the minute you squeeze the syringe, you end up with more coming out than you actually need. Pick up my words. Oh. Right, what have I got out? No, I don't want any of that. Excuse me. Oh, that's so rude, sorry. What do I want? Have I got crystal out? There we go. I've got some crystal stickles here, and all I'm going to do with that is just go over some of the flowers. And again, it's just to give them a wee highlight. In your ATCs, you can have them as small cards. If you're not a birthday card maker, but you would like to send someone a personalised card for their birthday, or these are great because you're not having to make a full card with centres and think about inlays and matting and layering, and because that's scary for someone who's never done it. In fact, that's too dark. It's scary for someone who's never done anything like that. So this way, you can then take part in sending your friends personalised cards without the need for thinking too much. These are absolutely ideal. And again, just adding a wee bit of stickles to the leaves, because it is quite flat, that graphic, there's no depth to it at all. The glitter will give it that dimension. And I'm not being too precise with my glitter, because when it dries in you don't even notice too much things like that. You just see the sparkle, you don't look to see, oh, is that perfect or not. And I'm just going to lift this off slightly just now, because I should have done that first, just in case there's seen underneath it. And then I'll place it back on where it was. Then I'll just find a wee word to put down below it, I think. No. No. I know the type of word I'm looking for, I just can't see it yet. My eyes a bit twitchy now because I'm starting to get tired. I think I'll be going for a wee nap shortly. Maybe that. No, none of them work. So back to the drawing board. Or maybe I might use it, as I just said there, as a card sentiment. Let me see, is this going to be too long? Yeah. I don't want it the full length of the card. I know I'm just being fussy now, I suppose, but when you know what you want, you know what you want. That's the plain truth of it. And I know I'm fussy sometimes, but it's just who I am. This one maybe. I would need to cut it down more. There are loads of sentiments in here, and can I see them? No. This one, perhaps. Yep, that's it. And I'm just going to chop it down, because it's just too big for me. And it just says, with love, but I'm going to chop it down a lot so it fits where I want it to go. with love. And again, I'm just putting that on the silicone. Put a fair bit of silicone on this, so with love. What else do I want to add in here? I want to add a couple of gemstones maybe. Gemstones I've got handy. Yeah, I've got some nice wee pink ones in here. That will go perfect. And as I said, they don't take too long to do. And these are just to give you some wee ideas. They're not meant to be set in stone, but that's what you have to do. ATCs are personalised, small bits of art that you've designed. And I won't do this on camera because I'm running out of time. I think I'm going to run out of time before I get round to it. But because these are self-adhesive gemstones, I will be going over these with glossy accents just to make sure they don't go anywhere, because I'm a bit pernickety with that. I hate the fact that 9 times out of 10 when you put a self-adhesive gemstone on, they fall off, and it just annoys me. I think I'll take one of them and put that, around, there you go, and put it up here. 1, come on, 2, and in the middle I'm going to put a wee green one because there's green in the grass, the flowers anyway, and it will just tie it together nicely, I hope. Let's see. Oops, that's not straight. Can't have that. Oops. Everything I touch today is moving. I want you there. And I'm going to put just a couple of pink ones down the centre there of the, no I'm not, I'm going to put some clear ones down the centre. These ones are fine. And these ones are barely even visible, they're tiny. I'm going to put them on there so I can see what I'm taking off. And as I said, I'll be putting glossy accents on them to make sure they stay where they're meant to be staying. Oh, come to me. That's better. So what I'm doing is just add one there, Move that one down a wee bit. And I'm going to add a wee pink one in between them. Oops. Just to tie it together better. Just in there. Come on, be kind. Behave. Whose idea was it for gemstones? I'm blooming up. Just playing me today. They're only placed ever so lightly, but I'm just going to go with the accent over there anyway. Never fails. The minute I need to do something with blooming clogs. And as you see, I'm just putting a wee layer over it. The same with that one. And up here, just a wee circle round about them. And it just stops them from disappearing. A wee bit too much there. And those two are just a wee bit too close together. I'll just move that one over a bit. That's what it'll do, is it's blooming cold. That's it. Much better. Anyway, that's my ATC done. Doesn't have to be OTT, it just has to be handmade by you. Anyway, I hope that inspires you. I mean, that's a lovely wee Mother's Day, or if you want to put it in the back of their card, or if you're buying them flowers, put it in with their flowers. Just a nice wee sentiment. Thanks for watching, speak soon, bye for now.